Hey guys, this is Jason Morris with the Facebook group Real Estate Agents That Really Work. And I want to tell you, I get asked a lot of questions about branding. So I'm going to give you 6 basic ways that you can go out and brand yourself and brand your own business and have more control over your business. You know, I see a lot of agents out here there that, they're missing some basic things and basic things that's going to hurt them long term in the business. So, So one thing you got to do with branding, or you can't do with branding, and this is geared towards brand new agents here because they're the ones I see making these 6 mistakes and need a little bit of help. But one thing that I see a lot of agents do is they go out, they're a brand new agent, and they think they got to spend $5,000 on logos and stuff, and it's not really going to help them get business today, and it's not going to help them get really going any quicker. Have nobody ever says, "Man, I worked with that agent because he just had an amazing logo," or "Oh, they had an amazing sign design that was, for a color and had their full picture." Nobody really cares about that stuff. Now, long term, those custom things may help you a little bit, but today I'm going to give you 6 things that you can do to help brand yourself and help have better control over your business. Number one, you need to have your own email address. And I know this sounds kind of dumb, but I've seen it over and over again. I've seen agents, they work for a company and the company has, at theircompany.com or whatever. They use it for all their business. They use it for everything. Then they want to switch companies. They have all this stuff registered with the company's email address. Then they go to switch companies and they have to get a new email address and they lose all those people. Or they'll have an email address that'll be their name, the company name at gmail.com. So it'd be something weird. It'd be like John Smith, KW at gmail.com or John Smith Century 21 at KW or at gmail.com. And what happens is when you leave that company, you can't really use an email address with that company's name still in it. You're a lot better off to have, your name, the area you work, like mine's Jason Morris Myrtle Beach at gmail.com or Jason Morris Homes at gmail.com. But, having your own email address is going to help protect your business long term. I mean, after being in the business a long time, a lot of people, they'll lose your business card. They'll lose that mail piece, but lots of times if they've emailed you, you've had email correspondence with them, they're not going to lose your email address. Number 2, you need to have signs with your contact information. Now they're going to meet your state requirement, but I've seen some offices, they what they do is they have each agent, you have to have only the office's contact information. So what happens is you go out there, you work really, really hard for that listing, you stick the sign out in front of the house, and all the calls off the signs go to your office, and the agent that's on duty or whoever's closest to the phone, when the phone rings. And that really sucks for you and your business for 2 reasons. Okay, if you got 2 signs in the neighborhood or 3 signs in the neighborhood, it's going to look like, hey, you're dominating that neighborhood. So the neighbors, they're going to write down your number. People are going to see the signs. They're going to call you. They're going to call you for your friend, and you're going to lose business because you're not controlling where those leads are going, or those leads are actually going out to your office rather than going to you personally. So the highest quality leads that you can get are sign calls, I believe. I mean, the buyers that are driving around calling off signs are pretty serious about buying something. I mean, they're going out there and taking action. They're not just sitting on their phone, while they're watching TV, searching things. So number 3, you got to have your own domain name. A lot of offices, they'll give you like jasonmorris.companyname.com. Well, the thing about that is you got you got marketing material that's going out in the world. You've got your signs, you've got, your emails you've been sending people where it's in the signature. You got business cards you've been throwing around all over the place. And you decide you're going to leave the company, or the company decides they're going to change their website. So all of a sudden, that link that you've got on all your stuff is no good, or you leave the company, all of a sudden that link is no good. And, anybody going to that website, they're going off to some other agent there at the company. So number 4, have your own social media. Now, I feel like this is an enormous mistake a lot of agents are making. So they're going out there, they're working for a small office. In the office, they don't have any social media presence. So that individual agent is going out there and creating the business page for the company. They're creating all this stuff for the company. Okay, but they're just an independent contractor for the company. So they're putting all this time in building the company's business. What happens in 6 months or 12 months? They realize like, hey, I don't like being at this company, or I'm on a 50-50 split. I can go somewhere else and get an 80-20 split. All that time they put into building that social media up for ABC real estate company is just going to be lost, or that company's going to retain that, and you're going to get nothing for your time and effort and that social media presence that you've created. Especially this happens to brand new agents a lot. You need to go out and create your own social media. I mean, there are social media footprint. There are people on Facebook right now searching for you. Um, Especially if you're making calls, you're calling for sale owners, you're calling expired leads and stuff. They're going, hey, is Jason Morris really an agent, real estate agent? So they're going to Facebook and they're typing me in. They're looking for my business page. They're looking for some sort of social proof. So you need your own social proof. You don't necessarily need to work on your office's social proof. I would not work on my office's social proof. I'd work on my own personally. Number five. Okay, number five, this is a little bit tricky, and you don't have a lot of control over it sometimes, but you need to make sure that you're syndicating your own listings. And what I mean is, okay, let's say you put a listing in MLS today. Okay, that listing, once it goes in MLS, it gets shot out to the world. Well, depending on your office and your MLS board, lots of times they can control where your listing is getting syndicated and how it's getting syndicated. So I worked for an office a while back where I didn't realize this when I went there, but they were controlling syndication, and I didn't think this was a big deal at first because I didn't care as long as my property was everywhere out there in the world and my client's stuff could get seen. But what was happening was they were controlling syndication. So instead of things syndicating as Jason Morris, real estate agent, or Jason Morris's listings, they were syndicating as the office's listings. So when somebody went to Zillow, somebody went to Trulia and stuff, number one, it looked like I didn't have any. Number two, anytime somebody went on there and filled out a form looking for information about that particular listing, it went back to the office instead of went back to me, and the office was referring those out as leads. So, and some offices are doing that. And they say, oh, our office gets tons of leads. No, actually, the agents are getting tons of leads. They're not being filtered through to the agent that actually has the listing. They're just being distributed through the office, which sucks. You could be losing a lot of business. I mean, people are searching for your listing. They saw the sign. They went home and searched the address. If you're not syndicating your own listings, or your office isn't allowing them to be syndicated under you, then as long as your association allows it, your state allows it, you've got a problem. You're missing business and you're missing money. I mean, and this is if you even have 2 or 3 listings, this could be affecting your business. So number 6, if you're going to do marketing pieces, if you're going to do mail pieces, if you're going to do brochures, door hangers, whatever it is, a lot of new agents, especially a lot of offices go, oh, well, we're going to get, we've got door hangers, or we've got this, or we got that, and you can use as many of them as you want, or have as many of them as you want. Well, the problem is a lot of those door hangers, you're going to knock on 500 doors today, or stick up 500 door hangers, and they got your company's logo on them, and they got a little slot for your card, which, the card falls out, stuff happens. If you're going to do things like that, you're going to send mail, you're going to knock on doors and leave flyers or door hangers, make sure that, instead of their logo being real big and yours being in, 3-point font, or a card that you got to stick on the back or something, create your own. It doesn't cost much money. You go to Fiverr and get it done really cheap and really quick. And have it, with your contact information is real big, and the company logo is at the bottom, because the company, here's the thing, a lot of agents don't understand that the power of the company brand, um, well, the company brand in lots of cases is losing power. So a lot of these big franchises across the country, nobody cares lots of times who you're working with. They care about the agent they're working with, not necessarily the company they're working with. And it's changed from a few years ago. Everybody wanted to work with these certain companies and certain brands, and there was a lot of brand power and a lot of brand recognition. And it's not like that anymore. The world is changing, and the internet and social media has made that change and that shift. So anyway, that's 6 tips to help brand new agents get their social media branding and all their business a little more together. Guys, if you like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If there's anything I can help you with, just message me through Facebook and I'll try to help you. I'm looking for agents in select markets across the country to work directly with me. If you think that's something you're interested in, send me a message through Facebook. Send me an email at jasonmorrismyrtlebeach@gmail.com, and we can set up a time to talk more. And you guys have a great day.